All pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel. Well, I'm doing an FPV coffee break today because I'm a bit run down. Alright, so I had done one of these since last year. I used to do them monthly and then I sort of like stopped doing them for one reason and another. Well, if you're new to the channel, it's basically something I do, have a chat about different things, and today, let's see, we're going to have a quick chat about the remote RD and the protest that went on in Washington DC. I used to put loads of videos up showing different people how they're doing and saying subscribe to these, they ain't got many subscribers and stuff like that. Well, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do what I'm calling my flight of the month. I want to tell you about a troll as well, and I also want to mention something about the Tango 2 gimbal protector, and it'll only be quick for those of you who are sick of the Tango 2. Nearly gone. Save that bit. Right, let's get started then. You should all know about the new remote RD law that the FAA are trying to bring in America. Well, if it passes in America, it won't be long before it's probably most countries of the world. It'll definitely come over to the UK. But you'd have heard about it, so I'm not going to go into it all. Right? But there's been plenty of top names on YouTube. We've been telling you or asking you fill out petition form and stuff like that and everything. Now the count's in, and it's about 2 or 3% of the population that fly FPV have actually bothered to do it. So that was a complete waste of time, basically. I mean, okay, it's for America, but anybody could do it. I mean, I filled in. Took me a long time actually, a full detailed reason why it's a bad idea in my opinion and how things would have changed. Because for instance, me and a friend, well, I got into this about 30 years ago, he was already into it, right, and he enjoyed this hobby so much, not quads obviously, this was planes back then, but he became a pilot. Yeah, he actually joined the Air Force, and it was all because of model flying. Right? But with this remote RD coming in, forget all that, kids won't have a chance. But there was the petition in Washington DC at the FAA headquarters, and there was only about 200 people that turned up. And yeah, okay, not everybody lives in Washington and not everybody might be in it, but considering the amount of thousands and thousands of people who fly FPV and fly planes and model helicopters, quads, drones, whatever, who live in America, I would have expected the minimum of over 1,000, bare minimum. And there was about 200 people that turned up apparently. I've watched a couple of videos. And I heard somebody mention, I could be wrong, but I think it was the Drib, or was it Bardwell, who said there's about 200 of us here. But I would have expected a lot more, considering if this law passes, it's the end of the hobby, full stop. Right? After this law comes out, and they've messed about with it, which could take another year or so, but after it comes out and everything, within 6 months that's the end of the hobby. Right? Okay, there'll still be people who fly and break the law, but it'll be the end of the legal hobby. Right? And like I said, as soon as it passes over there in our American cousins, right, it will be in the UK, and it'll probably be in everywhere bloody else. There'll be a few countries who won't bother with it, the sensible countries, like China, they won't bother with it, they're too sensible. But it's a crazy law, and because nobody seemed to have bothered, I mean, I think there was 50,000 people, right, who bothered to actually fill out the registration form. And I mean, let's be honest, over 80,000 people filled out the registration in the UK when the UK brought their new law out. 80,000 of you paid your money. Well, if this RD right, remote RD law passes in America and it comes over here, you're not going to be able to fly. So you lot's wasted your money. So there should have been at least 80,000 people just from the UK alone should have put a registration statement in to say you don't want this to come in, right, in America, because it'll end up over here, you know it will. So it's disappointing actually. I'm shocked and disappointed with a lot of the American pilots. I'd have thought there'd been a lot more turnout to the actual protest, and a hell of a lot more actually bothered to fill out the register, but nobody's bothered. Nobody. I mean, personally, I feel like I've wasted my time doing it, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel that way, because it was almost pointless. If you think about the amount of people that fly FPV and fly planes and fly helicopters and stuff like that, it's about about 1% that's actually bothered to fill out the form, right, to try and get this remote ID blocked. So it will go through. I hope it doesn't. I hope through legal, because I know Joshua Bardwell and other people, right, are going to continue this through legal matters and in the courts and things like that, trying to get it blocked. Right, so let's hope it does. But yeah, you've let yourselves down. If it does all go through and it's the end of the hobby, yeah, I've got plenty of people to blame, but you lot who didn't bother writing a petition or out like that, or going to the demonstration or filling out the petition form, you've got nobody to blame. You've got yourselves to blame. Anyhow, let's just hope it doesn't go through, right, in America, because it won't be long before, once it's passed in America, you know the way it works, it will be over in the UK and other countries. So let's hope it doesn't. Right, moving on to a lighter note, right, my flight of the month, right, I'm going to try and start doing this regular, because this particular flight is funny, right. I don't recommend you do it. It's from, and I'm reading this up there, it's from RudeAnSmelly FPV, which should say it all. I'm a subscriber, got some good flights on there, but this particular flight, it's not a long flight, but watch it from start to finish. Right? I think it was only about a minute and a half, 2 minutes tops, right, but I think it's less than 2 minutes. Right, but watch it from start to finish, and it's my flight of the month. But I do not recommend you try this at home, as they say. Right, but yeah, RudeAnSmelly FPV, I'll leave a link in the description. Go click on it, go watch it, and next month or the next time I do one of these FPV coffee breaks, I'll try and do them monthly, but we'll see what happens, because with spring summer hitting us, weather's better, and you don't want to be stuck in doing this. You want to be out flying. But yeah, so RudeAnSmelly FPV, go click on the link, watch the video, and if you like it, subscribe to the guy. He ain't got many subscribers. Right, something else I want to tell you, something that's really making me laugh. I've got a troll, I might have more than one, but I know I've got one definite, right? And he must have some patience, unless it's a lady, but must have some patience, because asking stupid questions and then putting stupid remarks and stuff, and then when you check the channel, they've got no subscribers, it's just a blank channel, so you know they've created it. And some of the stuff's sort of like offensive, so I just block it straight away. But some of the stuff really makes me laugh. I mean, it does. Some of the questions, sort of like there was one, something to do with getting the car battery to power his quad, and can he wire this, that, asking me stupid questions and asking me for detailed descriptions of stuff. Right, well, it makes me laugh. When I actually turn computer on, I look to see if there's any from him, because it just puts a smile on my face. So to you, mate, I'm living rent free right there in your head, and I'm having beer and cakes every day. It's because you're making me laugh. You are making me laugh with some of the stuff you do, so I think it's quite amusing. So in a way I'm saying thank you to the troll. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, two last quick bits. Tango 2. Notice there's a lot of people selling gimbal covers now on eBay and stuff like that, gimbal protectors, but they're so bloody expensive. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you own a Tango 2, right, save your money, right, spend 50 pence or 40 cents if you're in the US, and get yourself a little bit of packing foam. And all you need to do is cut out a couple of holes, a hole for the neck strap loop, right, or the lanyard hole, whatever you want to call it. Make it look stupid for the camera, and if you want, put a bit of bling on it. 50p, and it just goes over your gimbals, and it's 100% safe. Your gimbals are safe when they're in your bag. Yeah, 50p, costs next to now, so do that instead. And there's just one last thing I wanted to mention, because somebody had asked me, right, which way do you put your antenna for flying? Well, it's recommended when you're flying, have it that way. Okay, there you go then. I told you it'd be quick about the Tango 2. I wasn't going to mess about. I didn't have a load of information this time, even though I have got a couple of things coming up to do with getting at the SD card and adjusting your tension on your gimbals, right, because I have to open this up because I need to get at the SD card, but that'll be coming up in a separate video. Right, there's another thing I wanted to mention, depending on when I post this, right, so I won't say yesterday or last week, but a few days ago I made a comparison video with the TBS Triumph Pro. Right, well, it was a test really for the TBS Triumph Pro antenna, but I put it up against the Lumia AX2, and the Triumph Pro came out way on top, way on top. So it's a really good antenna, it really is. But a gentleman, and I won't mention his channel just in case he don't want me to, right, I should have asked him, but he pointed out, he said, hey George, he enjoyed it. He wasn't being horrible. He was nice about it. He says, you said you used the same VTX, right? Because I had the Cine Pro and the Gep Signet, right? And I had the antenna from the TBS Triumph on the Cine Pro and the Lumia AX2 on the Signet. And he pointed out, he said, they've got different VTXs though, right? Well, which I should have pointed out in the video, because I just said, yeah, it's the same VTX, and he jumped on me, which good on you, mate. I mean, if I make mistakes, please jump all over me, alright? Because one, that's the only way I learn, plus two, I don't want to be giving out bad information, so good on you, mate, for jumping on me. But what, through no fault of his own, what he didn't realise until I mentioned it is I'd swapped out the VTX, alright? Because you can buy the F7 F7 flight control stacks, right, which has got a 500 milliwatt VTX in, what comes with the Cine Pro. Well, you can buy them stacks, and I'd swapped out, right, for the Signal, so you get the gist of that anyhow, right. But so I'm only mentioning it just in case somebody else spots it and it confuses them. But to the guy who spotted it and thought I'd made a mistake, thanks for that. I mean, no offence, right? If people spot things that I have done wrong, please point them out. I'm going to get about 1 million bloody emails now, right? Everyone, the troll's going to go back over all my videos, all 600 odd of my videos, and find little mistakes. Right, because I know occasionally I make mistakes. I might say VTX when I mean ESC, and I might say send the wire to the RX when I mean to the TX, and I usually try and put in the description I meant to do it the other way and all that type of thing. But anyway, yes, I just thought I'd mention that. So that's it then. So go check out Rude and Smelly in the description. Right, go check out that video I said, my flight in a month, like, because I did enjoy it, but I don't recommend it. I don't recommend you doing it, I recommend you watching it. Alright, okay then, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll do another one of these, hopefully next month, right? But yeah, thanks for watching, happy flying, and cheers.